Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. Today is Thursday, May 12th, 2022. Is it the 12th? Yes, the 12th. Okay. Today we are going to continue reading the Priestess of Light Oracle deck that we began using at the beginning of the week. And I thought that I would ask the question today for us is what, in order to be in alignment with our highest good, what are we being called to do today? So let's see what the Priestess of Light Oracle deck wants to tell us about what we are being called to do. Before we do that, we are going to do some breathing exercises. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, listen to the silence of your breath. Just stay in that feeling for a moment as you get to the final part of the exhale. Feel the peace wash over you. Take another deep breath in. Do the same thing, listening to the silence of your breath, and this time push that last breath into your heart center. Now, with your eyes closed, feel the peace wash across the top of your head, through your forehead, and then feel it gently shift downwards over your nose and your mouth and your chin. Feel it push down, the peace just pushing down through your heart center. Take a deep breath and blow out again. And allow the peace to just shift all the way through your solar plexus, through your sacral and root chakras, passing over your legs and into your feet. Feel that peace envelop your whole body. Stay with that feeling for a moment. Now take another deep breath in and blow out. And at this time, I'd like to invite our angels and guides to come forward. And I ask the oracle, the spirit of the oracle, to come forward at this time to provide us with the divine guide and wisdom that we need to know today. I ask that the divine light cut the cords to any lower or negative energy that may be trying to enter into this reading today, and that the divine light surround us in the golden light of protection, allowing the peace that we feel in these moments to stay with us. I'm going to take one more deep breath in and blow out. And now I will open my eyes and begin the reading. Feel free to stay with your eyes closed and to continue to feel the peaceful energy that I hope has washed over you. Okay, I'm fanning out the cards now and just feeling through the cards for any energy that may be calling to me. What do we need to what are we being called today to do? Here we go. Divine Mother, nurturing compassion and grace. And this is card number 37 of the deck. So when I see this card, the Divine Mother, the immediate energy that I get is that this is a time for us to show ourselves the compassion and grace that we deserve in our everyday lives and in the things that we have going on or that we're trying to accomplish, is to give ourselves compassion for the obstacles and struggles that we may be facing or trying to overcome, and not allowing ourselves to um, judge ourselves and to interject fear and doubt into the things that we have set our minds out to do. But it's also a time in which we should be showing and bringing compassion and grace to other people. So when you are called to do something, you are called to do it not just for yourself, but to then take that same compassion and grace that you have out into the world. Okay? We are becoming each and every day. Well, we are, but we are nurturing and fine tuning ourselves and becoming a channel of light for the world. Okay? So, this is what we're being called to do. We're being called to nurture, clear, and show compassion and grace. This is my reading of the card. Without the interpretation, this is the energy that I'm receiving at this time. So let's see what the book says. Card number 37. Let me take a little sip of water. Surrounded by the golden light of purity and creative power, this beautiful symbol of eternal maternity brings the energy of care and compassion to your life. Whatever gender we identify as, there is a divine mother in each of us. It lives in the eternal light that feeds us and nurtures the world through us. It lives in our choices, our tenderness, and in our loving energy. First, this card reminds you to prioritize your own self-care. In fact, it's time to become your own loving mother. If you've been dismissing something related to your own needs or preferences, muster up the courage to nurture and prioritize yourself. It's never dishonoring to others when you truly honor yourself. There may be someone who needs some care and compassion from you as well. Open your heart to the opportunity, but remember to strike a balance between the energy you give others and the energy you give yourself. Your loving care will go much further if you stop to fill your own reservoir along the way. On a purely practical level, this card can also herald parenthood for you or someone close to you. The Divine Mother breathes the vital spark into family and fertile productivity into any important creative endeavor you may be conceiving. Call on her gracious assistance and let your creative juices flow. Affirmations. I choose to increase the tender feelings in my life as I bring loving care to myself. I expand I expand the energy of love in the world. So that goes right to the point, that affirmation of us becoming clearer channels of light for the world. And the way that we do that is we bring the light through ourselves first and then we generate it out into the world. So we're going to go back to that in a moment. Where it says here on a practical level, this card could also herald parenthood for you or someone close to you. It is true that this can be an indication that someone in your life may be about to give birth, or you'll find out that perhaps there's going to be a new member in your family, or it is possible also that you're going to be called to care more closely for someone who becomes ill. Okay, so that is a possibility in this frame of time, in the recent days to weeks ahead of us, that this may come about. Okay, but it also talks about the Divine Mother being a creative spark for you. So this goes to the idea of birthing and motherly care. So if you are in the process of trying to birth a new project, that project can birth at this time. And it will be important for you as the creator, as the maker of that of that creation, remembering always that we are in co-creation with the universe, that the energy that the universe is going to give you at time through the Divine Mother is one of care and nurturing. So it's a great time to really begin to nurture and seed and water the things that it is that you are trying to bring into the world. Okay, so that's important to remember at this time. But let's go back to the part in this card reading, in this explanation of the card, that the it is stated that the oracle wants us to understand that this is about balancing. We often in our lives believe that we are doing better if we are giving out into the world constantly, or, and when I say that, giving to people in our lives, constantly giving, 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 giving. And this is very common with mothers in particular. That being said, there are many men, um, or individuals, I should say, who are caring, regardless of their gender, for their children. And so a lot of things have shifted in that regard. And so they're providing a lot of nurturing and care to their children or to their family, to their loved ones. And or they could also be, anybody can be out there putting a lot of energy into doing good, maybe charitable work for other people. And that's all wonderful. But we have to remember to balance that, the needs of others, against our own needs. We have been, this is going to be a recurring message as we become clearer channels of light, and that is that we have been taught to care for other people first and then ourselves. To, somehow we have to take care of everybody else, and our needs aren't important. And this is simply not true. We have to care for ourselves so that we can replenish and fill up our own cups, so that we can share that love and compassion, grace, joy, peace with other people. That's the only way to do this. Because if you drain yourself so much that you allow other people to take everything you have, then you open yourself up to illnesses, stress, things that do not serve you for your highest good. And when you become ill and stressed out, then you really can't give back in the way that you may like to. So now is the time to focus on self-care first, and then move into care and compassion for the people around you. Strike a balance between what you can give and what you can't give. Create some boundaries for yourself. Okay. Boundaries are not a bad thing. It is not shutting the world out. It is simply knowing how much of yourself you can give, valuing your own time, your own health, right? So that you can become the best channel of light, so that you can bring something valuable to the table, so that you can create the things that you came here to create and not just do what everybody else needs you to do or wants you to do. So that is the primary message of this card. I will show it to you one more time. I love that this card and the interpretation of this card talks about the divine light covering us and protecting us. And you can see that divine light, that golden light of protection covering the Divine Mother. Okay, so take this message with you today. Take it into the world and take it with you as you go through your day, and be certain to make the time that you need for yourself, to not judge yourself harshly or at all, to tell yourself that you matter, that you are worthwhile, you are valuable, you are important, and that you are loved. And I am sending you all much love, and have a great day. Bye-bye.